Once someone said that a room without books is like a body without soul, and I couldn't agree more to it. As an adult, we learn so much from books. They teach us how to be hero in the real life. Don't we want our kids to experience the same? And as early as possible? That is why books are so important during early childhood education. Hello everyone, this is TANUSHREE and welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about easy learning kids activities, how you can introduce various concepts to your child in an easier manner. Do subscribe to my channel guys if you have not till now, and click on the bell icon to get all the latest notification related to my channel. Do share my videos with other parents as well who require such videos. So this video is all about books. So why I've selected this topic is because I've got a lot of DMs to, share my experience related to books and, how to introduce it, when to introduce it, etc. So today's video, I'm going to focus on all these topics. I'm going to share my experience as to when I started reading with my child, what is the actual correct age to start reading books, which books we read, which are the books you can invest in, from where I bought the books, what are the different types of books that you can invest in and focus on. I'm also going to put links of as many books as possible from my side that I'm going to mention today in my description box. So do check it out guys. So let's get this video started. I know that we are not all readers. Many of us like reading books. Many of us don't like reading books. But it is very important that as a parent, we inculcate such reading habits amongst our children. It is important that we spare some time of our day into their reading habit and, make a routine that whenever we are going to bed, we are going to read. Whenever we are going for a nap, we are going to read. Or when our child is waking up, maybe that time you're reading. It depends upon what time suits you. But it is important that at least inculcate that habit into our routine. So have you given a thought that why reading books are so important for our child? What are the benefits of reading book? Let us focus on that. So when a parent reads books to their child, it creates an emotional bond between parent and a child and a warm affection between both. Reading book develops language skills among children. It expands their vocabulary. It builds their imagination, creativity by reading different kind of stories. Child tends to put themselves into the shoes of the character mentioned in the book, and hence they try to apply those things while dealing with the real life situations. So overall, books improve the intellectual level of kids. Isn't it amazing that only by listening to you while reading books or by reading books themselves, kids are learning so much? And that is why investment in books is the best investment you can do for your child. Now, there are various types of books that you can focus on. As I'll move ahead in the video, you'll come to know those kind of books that I'm talking about. Now, let us talk about what is the correct age to start reading books to our kids. While researching, even I came to know that the correct age to start books is 3 to 6 months age. Okay, and this I have not applied. Okay, I have not started this early. I was not knowing at that time when I became a new parent that I have to start reading so early, because there is no one to tell us. There is no system where we can gain knowledge as a new parent that we have to do this or we have to do that. This improves a child's this skills or that skills. We don't know that, and it is the only way that we research or through social media that we come to know that nowadays social media is giving so much knowledge, so parents come to know that we have to do this, that with our child. Even if one parent decides to do certain things at early age, other parent may have some other opinion. While discussing all those things, we tend to forget that each day of our child is getting wasted, and each day it is passing by, and we tend to lose that time. Okay, we don't try to start as early as possible. If one parent is coming to the conclusion that I have to start this at this particular time because I've seen somewhere, I've heard somewhere, it is better that other parent starts supporting that, because this is how it's going to happen. Otherwise, wasting time is not a solution over here. So through this video, I'm trying to motivate those parents who wants to start reading to their child, or at least help those parents who would want guidance to which books they can refer. So I am not a professional over here to guide you as to which books are correct and which are not, but of course I'm here to share my experience as a mom, that which book books you can, try to focus on, and how we went through it. So before moving forward, I would like to tell you certain things that I followed during book reading is we selected a particular time to read, that is during the bedtime before going to bed. Sarvam has to, take 2-3 books. Initially, when we are starting to inculcate the habit, we were the ones who would select certain books and, tell you, come here, we'll, read books to you and all that. At the age of 4 years right now, the concept is totally different. He selects the books and, he comes to us and read me this book, or now even he started reading. So that is a different story that I'm going to come later on. So initially, when we started, we used to select 2 books, take to the bed, and read it aloud. By introducing different kind of books, they become very interested in book reading. So this was one of the initial books that we invested in, Goodnight Moon, and it is one of the classic book that you should invest. So it says, in the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of... So then it focuses on the picture. The cow jumping over the moon. So what is happening over here? Child is, just, looking at the pictures, enjoying, looking at the colors. This is how it is. And there were 3 little bears sitting on the chairs. So you can ask, where are the bears? Where are the chairs? So child will pinpoint it. It has to be interactive also. So through this book, child is learning to say good night. Okay, at the latter pages, it mentions that good night to the chairs, good night to the bears, good night to the house, good night to each and everything. Likewise, repeating good night, good night. Child is learning to say good night through this book. This is a very interesting book to introduce during the bedtime. Initially, when you are starting with your child, this is a very good book. Next, this is a touch and a feel book that you can introduce at the initial phase of introducing books to your child. It has like different kind of touch and feel thing. It is rough, sun is rough. This apple is soft when you touch it. When you open it, it has animals. It has, boy, girl, car, apple, sun, house, different kind of things. But the main point is it has touch and a feel thing. When you touch on sheep, it is very soft. When you touch on lion, it has fur on it. Okay. Yeah, then it has different sounds that you can see, that sheep say ba ba, dog says woof woof, these kind of things. And over here, this has a mirror effect, kind of a mirror effect. Then again, this has stripes. It is like this. Okay, child loves these kind of things to touch and to feel and to get so much attached to books where they are enjoying so much. It is not always about the story. It is about how child is liking that book. Initially, you want your child to just like book, okay, to sit with the book, to inculcate of the habit of just sitting with the books. Okay, reading story and in taking interest in long stories is not your intention right now. It's just that they should like the concept of books. So when you are teaching, like at the age of 2.5, when you are starting with numbers, so this is again a perfect thing: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has colors. So to introduce colors, numbers, counting, also this helps a lot. Like this has helped a lot to us during initial phase with Sarvam. Okay, then it has mirror, so it adds a little fun aspect to it. Then it has shapes. I'm showing this book specifically is because we have read this book lot of times. Sarvam has liked this book. Now we have passed on to our friend who has a 2-year-old girl, and she's also enjoying so much. I have to get these books again from her to show you all. So really, this book has like really helped us a lot. Then this ladybird has a soft, this thing to touch. Then yeah, so this butterfly has a very a rough effect to touch, a glittery effect. So yeah, so this is by Eric Carle, and they are famous for such kind of books. Yeah, they also have the Very Hungry Caterpillar. That's a very classic book that you should invest in. I also had that book that time. So then again, this is again touch and feel book. focusing on Cinderella story. So yeah, again, it has soft, rough objects to touch, to see different, learn about different objects. You can ask, where you can find house, so your child can pinpoint. It has to be interactive with your child. You have to ask so many questions so that you know that your child is taking interest. Your child knows what you are talking about. It becomes very interactive, and their vocabulary increases. They come across various different kind of objects, and they understand, this is this and this is that. They try to differentiate, they try to understand things. So yeah, these kind of touch and feel books. So then these are push and pull books by Little World. You can see over here, Little World. Okay, so they have a push and a pull effect. So we have read this book so much that half of the things are not working right now. It's torn apart. Move it like this. Okay, so child takes interest in sitting with these kind of books. So it's like this. They are into the jungle journey they are showing, and a lot of things. You can pull it, push it like this. Okay, so here child can touch and move butterflies like this. Kids feel that they are literally moving butterfly. They love these kind of things. So yeah, this is one of the book. Then another book is this one. This is regarding under the sea. See, this boy will go up and down. Okay, these are like one kind of book that I'm just showing you that how push and pull could be very interesting. Not necessarily that you invest in Little World books only. You can invest in any push and pull book that you find it interesting for your child according to the topic. Okay, then this is one of the book. Again, we have read a lot, and Sarvam has loved this so much. It is about the farm animals, and it says spot and say. So I spy with my little eye. See how it is. I spy with my little eye something beginning with C. What is it? You guess. What is it? It's a cow. Please open and see whether it is a cow or not. Yes, it is a cow. Now, can you tell me the baby of cow is called a calf? So over here, what is happening? You are making it very interesting by saying I spy with my little eye. So I used to do like this. I used to do like this. I spy with my little eye something beginning with C. So here we are talking about the babies of animals. Okay, where they stay, farm, because this book is about farm. So we can talk about the color of cow is black and white. Okay, cow says moo moo. Which all are the other animals that you can see here? Can you find other animals? So they'll try to find that there are sheep. So can you count how many sheep are there over here? Shall we count? 1, 2, 3. So through this simple one page, I've covered so many things about animal, their baby, their color, what is the sound that they make, which other animals are there. You can count, math you are doing over here. So, then another page, I spy with my little eye something beginning with H. So what we are doing, we are introducing letters also over here. So lowercase h, they come to know that H looks like this. Okay, something beginning with H. So now he'll think what begins with H? Horse. Okay, horse baby is called foal. They say nay, nay. So over here you can find that which insect can you see here. So it's a spider. Okay, so this is how you can do this. This is one of the very very interesting book that I found it very interesting for Sarvam, and it's by Patter Cake. I'm gonna link all these books in my description box, so you don't need to worry right now. Just this book is really really very good. So this is the next type of books that you can invest in. These are the small board books that you get. Their condition has become very bad because we have used that much. I cannot buy a new set of books and show it to you all. What I have, I'm just showing that. So it was written over here, my first library. Okay, it's not seen right now, it's gone. Okay, so it has these 10 set of books which focuses on colors, shapes, animals, fruits, vegetables, numbers, etc. Okay, so these are like small pocket size books. Okay, so these are like birds. So many of us invest in flashcards. Okay, so this is one of the same thing. If you're investing in flashcards, don't need to invest in that, and if you're investing in this, you don't need to invest in flashcards. Okay, it's like one of them you can invest in. I invested in these kind of books because I like the book format much more, effective rather than flashcards. So it all depends at what you think and what you want to do. So this book has helped us a lot with different concepts while teaching Sarvam. We started very early during 18 months or 20 months per se to introduce these books, and I found it really helpful while introducing various things, various concepts. So this is a number book where half of things are gone. So a child understands the concept of practical way of counting and understanding number, that this is 3. So you're introducing 3 like this, and you are counting 1 2 3. Likewise it goes up to 20. Then yeah, these books are really very good that you can invest in. I found it very, very helpful. Then there are small board books that comes with a particular topic, which is like opposites and good habits. Okay, so they have pictures like this: black, white, open, close, all these like opposites. This is one of the concept that you would like to introduce to your child. So yes, invest in such books. You will easily get these books at any nearby stationery shop. So yes, again, good habit related, which is very important for kids to know their routine, like how it goes, going to school, prayers, etc. You get many topics under these kind of board books, so you can select whichever you want. So just randomly you can take any. I took these two because these two topics were not covered in the books that I had. So yes. Then there are simple books like this. It says Together Like Us. So it is just very simple book. It says birds build busily, and then child will just flap it like this. So do we, like this. It is very simple book, so you can just take simple books where your child would be interested with limited words, not that much into story and all that. So yeah, it is just with flaps it comes. Elephants wash each other, so they say that so can we. Okay, so like that. Okay, I'll link it if it is available online. Then this is one of the classic book which I have told in my phonics video also. This is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, which has uppercase and lowercase alphabet. So while your child is trying to recognize these alphabet and letters during the early stage, this is one of the best books you can invest into, and this is a must buy book, I must say. So I'll just read aloud and read aloud. A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. And I and J and tag along came, all on their way up the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? And QRS and TUV. Still more. W, X, Y, and Z. The whole alphabet. Oh no! Everyone fell down. Chica, chica, boom, boom. So this is the way you can create certain fun and make it more interesting, your book reading session to be more interesting, by adding a lot of expression, a lot of ups and low sounds like that. Okay, so this is one of the books that you have to invest in. These are the action books and fun books that you can invest into. I'll just let you know, this is by Eric Carle, From Head to Toe. It goes like this. I am a penguin. I can turn my head. Can you do it? Come on, do it. Come on. Then child will take interest in doing that, and child will also do like this. So this is how they start to learn a different type of actions during the early stage, which is like 2.5. So yes, and then you can say, I can do it too. I am a giraffe. I can bend my neck. Can you do it? Then child will say, yes, I can do it. You have to encourage your child to do that action with you. So likewise, you have different animals over here that you can, do different kind of actions, clapping, then thumping chest like this with gorilla, then bending your knees, etc. This is a must-buy book again. This is a classic book that you need to invest in. I'm sure your child will love this book. Then there is this fun book which is called Cant Catch Me. It is regarding a monkey who is, going in the jungle, and how animals are trying to chase him, and how he's running and going to another animal, then another animal, and then they're trying to catch him. So I'll just, quickly give you a read aloud about this book. Good night, little monkey, said Mom. Sweet dreams. No, it's too early for bed, says little monkey. And then he runs out of the window and says, Can't catch me. Then he meets one animals, how he meets one animals, and they say that coming to get you. And when we do, then monkey says, Can't catch me. So your child, it becomes very interactive with your child, that child says, Can't catch me, in after each line. Then there is a sound of each animal. Harum, harum, coming to get you. And when we do, then child says, Can't catch me. Likewise, monkey goes from one animal to another. Then he goes up in the sky, okay, and then he meets spaceship, then aliens. Likewise, then again he comes down on the earth, then he lands in the jungle and again meets all the animals. And then these animals, they say that now we'll get you and we are going to, then all the animals starts to tickle this monkey. Tickle, 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 tickle. So if you have 2-3 kids sitting in front of you, you can say, tickle each other. So it becomes very fun and interesting session with during book reading. And if you don't have more kids, you can tickle your child and your child can tickle you. This is how it becomes very interesting. So then again, a monkey comes out of all the animals, and he goes back to his house and he says, Can't catch me, to all the animals, and he goes in the arms of his mama, and then he sleeps good night. So this is like a good bedtime reading book also, and like a fun session reading book also. So yes, this is one of the books that you can invest. I'll link it for sure, but it is by Michael Foreman, just for your reference. These book, which is The Enormous Turnip, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and The Ugly Duckling. These all are moral story books. So where each book gives us a good message that it is very beneficial for your child to, learn about how to play in a group, what to do, what not to do, and these kind of stuff. So these are some of the books that is good during 2.5, 3.5 age. Then there is this book called The Gingerbread Man, which is a very famous book, and I think every parent must have come across this particular book. In this book, there is a gingerbread man who runs and runs, and there's a lot of repetitive lines in this book, which creates curiosity amongst children that, this line is going to come next. Now, for example, I'll just give you one line, which is over here. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I am the gingerbread man. So this is like a fun line which it comes at every next page. Like in every 2 pages, you have this particular line, and your child will sing with you. So it becomes very interesting session. So yes, this is again a chasing book, like gingerbread man is running and everyone is trying to catch gingerbread man, and at the end, how there comes the end of gingerbread man, this book says. So this is amazing aeroplane book in a very cartoon and a good picturization. It teaches child that what is aeroplane, what are airports, how you have to sit in an aeroplane, what are seat belts, and how they serve food, etc. Like everything they want to know about aeroplanes. So this is a good book if you are planning your trip or something and you want your child to understand about aeroplanes. This is amazing book. So this is one of my favorite book also. Guess how much I love you. And this was one of the starting 5 to 6 books that I invested in for Sarvam. And like you can start at 2 years, 2.5 years. This is a good bedtime book which creates very warmth and affection between a mom and a child, and teaches that how much a mom loves, but a child says, I love you more than that. The mom says, I love you more than what you are saying. So, and it has a very good picturization about hare, which are rabbits. Yeah. So this is again one of the classic books. So you must invest in this. Then there is this beautiful book which is Owl Babies. So this book has lovely picturization, a very calm and a peaceful bedtime book. This is it shows that how three babies feel very lonely when their mom has gone outside, just mom has gone somewhere, and these three babies think a lot that what all their mom must be doing, or she's lost, or what they think, different things that they imagine and think. But at the end their mama comes, and they give huggy, and it's a very warmth, affection, and mama's love kind of a book which is reflecting over here. So yes, a pretty good book. Then there are these books by Oliver Jeffers. Oliver Jeffers is the author. This book is called Lost and Found, and this is called How to Catch a Star. So these books basically show us how this boy is trying to solve his particular problem. Over here in this book, he's trying to catch a star. So he likes stars so much that he wants to catch the star. And what are the different ways that he tries in this book and tries to catch the star? So this book tries to broaden your child's imagination and their thinking capacity in real life, in real practical life situations. Even our child try to think out of the box and imagine certain situation and try to solve their problem. So basically these are problem solving. They teach how to solve particular problem. These are those books. Okay. Then comes this book, Tiny Trumpet. Now this was Sarvam's favorite book. It says 2 to 3 years, and it's actually for that age only. So this is a hide and seek book. This is a very simple hide and seek, a very fun book. So this book says that how this tiny elephant is trying to search baby elephant's teddy, which is lost in the jungle. He goes and he tries to find that teddy. So I'll just read certain lines. It says, is baby steady behind these rocks? So child will turn this page and says, no, it's me. Hugo means hippo. Then Hugo and Tiny Trumpet goes to the jungle again, and they say, is baby steady behind these bushes? Then child turns this way. It creates curiosity. What is gonna come now? No, it's me, chatty bird, like this. So, and in this last page, they play hide and seek. So it becomes very interesting to, have a good bedtime story like this. Okay. So this is again one of the book which is very interesting. Then comes this book which is Everyone Loves the Moon, a celebration of moon's enhancement, full of romance and humor. And this wonderful book, and it is full of love. This book is full of love. So this book is Alien Love Underpants. This is again a very fun and full of humor book. It says that aliens love underpants, and therefore they come from their spaceship, they come down and go to our balcony, like a human's balcony, and they try different underpants. And your child will love this book. It says that how grandpas, grannies, or mamas underwear, how they try, and how they enjoy, and then at the end when mama comes they run, how they run. It is a very interesting book. Simon Sock is one of the book where he's the only one out of the pair, like his pair is lost. So it says that how the socks who are in pairs, people only try those socks. The one who is single, no one tries that sock, and he becomes very lonely. So where he doesn't find a suitable match, but at the end when he meets his pair, like he meets his pair, but then this pair is not interested to do the things that he is interested to do. Then how how this banana is there who is interested in the same things that this Simon Sock is interested, and hence they become pair and they enjoy life. This is how this book is, that it is not necessary that you think that you should be with someone, it should be like that. It There may be a possibility that there is someone else who is more compatible for you. This book hints on that topic. So again, I love this book so much. You got to try this book, reading this book. So this book is called Mr. Big. Okay, so this book simply says that you should not judge a person by his or her appearance. You should know that person, what qualities are in that person, and hence basically not judge a book by its cover, kind of a thing. So yes, this is again a good book. Charlie and the Cheese Monster. This is again a charming bedtime story with a very cheesy ending. So again, a very engaging and a super fun book to read with your child. These are certain fun books again, like Hippo Has a Hat, Down by the Cool of the Pool. Okay, so these are there. So this book is Big Sarah's Little Boots. How the Sarah loves her bright yellow boots, but now they won't fit. They have become small for her because she has grown up, but she's trying to but she fails to understand over here that growing up is also a certain thing. She just tries to stretch her boots and try to make it big enough for her to fit. So then her mama says that you have grown up, the boots have not become small. So this kind of a thing, the growing up kind of a concept, you can teach your child through this book. And at the end, her brother asks that, now can I use your boots? So she says, okay, now I have grown up, now you use the boots. So this is how passing on your thing and sharing with others, it is also the concept that this book teaches. This book is The Tiger Who Came to Tea. Over here, a fairy, a big strippy tiger rings the bell and comes to their house and asks that, can I have some tea with you all? And there is a fun tea time that happens between Sophie, her mama, and Tiger, and a beautiful way to just add a little fun time to your bed. This is one of the book that you will see that most of the book recommendations usually have. So these all books are suitable for 3.5 to 5. Okay, so these are like the big story books, okay, like little big than the ones that I've told you before. I'm just gonna quickly explain like little parts of the book. But the day that crayons quit, where crayons are expressing themselves, that how you're using and how you should use and all that, basically to avoid Duncan, and letting him, explaining him that how you can correct yourself by using crayons. Then there is this book, The Polar Bear and the Snow Cloud. Over here, Polar Bear and Snow Cloud are friends to each other, and how Snow Cloud is helping Polar Bear to not feel lonely. So Snow Cloud keeps on, making some creature out of snow and tries to send one friend to Polar Bear. A beautiful book for, to reflect friendship, to learn about friendship. Again, the Spindrella book. So Spindrella is one of the book that we have read a lot, and Sarvam loved it, loved this book. And, it shows how to count, how to learn to count. This basically this particular spider family, they don't know how to count. Little Spindrella is curious to learn about numbers. So this book shows that how the Spindrella is learning about numbers, and then teaching her family also about numbers. So this is a fun book. In which they play football also with a P. So, like this, they play football with a P, green P, okay, and how they make teams, how they group in the teams, etc. So, this is a pretty good book, which I loved a lot. So this is Giraffes Can't Dance book. Again, this is one of the classic book and a must-buy book. In this book, there is this giraffe called Gerald, okay, who cannot dance, but one day there is an environment that he exposes himself to, where there is a good moonlight and there is a good music, and he starts to dance. He dances so brilliantly that all the animals feel, how you can dance so nicely. easily. Everyone can dance if they have the perfect music, if they have the music that they want. Okay, so yeah, this is a beautiful book. So this is The Snail and the Whale. This book teaches about friendship, that how snail and the whale, how first whale helps snail to, roam the entire world and, क्या बोलते हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड को देखने को? Roam around the world. Roam नहीं. See the world. Explore the world. So this book is about friendship, where whale helps snail to see the entire world by sitting on him, and then how snail helps whale and saves his life by helping him. So this book is about friendship. Beautiful book, but it is a lengthy book. So kids who are more than 3.5 or 4. It would be better for them, not below that age, because it becomes a very lengthy book for small children. Griffello books, all Griffello books are beautiful and interesting books. I have like one of the book. There are many books related to Griffello story. You can buy any of them. They all are good. So how this fellow child is very much, curious to meet the mouse, which her father says that, you should not meet that mouse. You should not see that mouse. That mouse is very dangerous. So, but in this book, how he goes into the jungle and, shows daring and becomes very brave and shows his bravery and goes to meet that mouse. And at the end, what happens, it is very interesting to read this, because the lines in this book are very interesting. It says, aha, oh ho, a track in the snow. Whose is this track and where does it go? So, a very good read aloud book and full of expression. So this book, Room on the Broom, is everyone's favorite. During our childhood also, some of us have read this book. This book is liked by many, and it is again by Julia Donaldson. Again, a good picturization and a beautiful story. It portrays about a witch, how things fall, keeps on falling while they are on the broom. And one animal and birds start to, sit on the broom, and how it breaks apart and how these animals save witch's life at the end. So this is Squash and the Squeeze book, again by Julia Donaldson. Shows that how this old lady feels that her house has become very small. There is not enough room to stay in her house. So this old man, how he helps her to make her realize that this house is actually enough for her by sending one animals inside, and how these animals create mess inside, that at the end this old lady feels grateful that I'm very much happy in my home. My house is pretty good and I don't need any other big house. So this just a fun book where animals come, they try to create mess, and how at the end this old lady has self-realization about whatever you have, you should be satisfied with that. So these are the books about element of nature. It shows about fire, earth and air. This is by Shishuhood. Okay, after reading these books, I'm able to teach Sarvam certain things which I don't think any of the books have taught him, about the real practical things that happen. Like for example, in this fire book, they teach us that what are the sources of fire. Where do you see in your daily life fire? On, like, you see fire on your diya, like when you light a candle, on your gas stove, and various other sources. And then so it teaches that you should not touch fire in absence of an adult, and what all things you can do when there is a fire accident happens. Okay, when there's a fire accident, stop, drop, roll. So it shows that what all firefighters do when there's a fire incident. So beautiful. These all are like beautiful books to teach about the concept of nature, like what actually happens. Then there is this element earth. This book is about element earth. Through this Krishna story, it tries to teach us that what all things are there on the earth, what is underground. Teaches everything about earth, what all things are there on land. It teaches about that. Beautiful book. Like through this book, I've been able to teach Sarvam lot of interesting things. This book is about air. Similarly, this book also teaches about air, like how it teaches about earth and fire. Beautiful books. You have to, explore these books for sure. I have literally enjoyed teaching Sarvam about these things. And I would love if you would also invest in these books and teach your child about these concepts. Specifically, as I've told, 3.5, 4 years you can invest in this book. Then these books are by Lauren Child. Okay, it shows a bond between a brother and sister, Charlie and Lola, and they try to, like, they have lot of story books. Like, these are only the two books that I have, but you can find lot of books related to different topics. Over here, this book is about I'm too absolutely small for school. So Lola says this, that I am very small for school as of now, but Charlie tries to explain that you're not too small. You have grown up, and now it is the perfect time for you to go to school and start enjoying school, learn different things in school. So again, Lola says that I don't like to wear the same thing that everyone is wearing, uniform. So but then how Charlie convinces that you cannot wear anything, you have to follow a particular thing. So this is how Charlie tries to convince Lola for a particular thing. For example, over here, Lola doesn't want to eat tomatoes. She absolutely hates tomatoes. Hates other vegetables and things. Also over here, how Charlie tricks Lola and makes her eat all these things. How her elder brother is teaching younger sister what all things you should do. So you can explore these books. So at the end, I'm going to talk about Dr. Seuss books. Okay, these books are very much helpful for the little ones who are trying to read at the initial stage. Sarvam has started reading at 4, and certain kids start to read at 3.5, maybe 3.8, 4, 4.5 years. So whenever they are starting, you can introduce these kind of books. Even if they have not started to read, it's okay that you can introduce these books to them. Like, for example, there's Walk It in the Pocket. This is just a book of ridiculous rhymes. It's fun to read. Like, for example, it says, did you ever have the feeling that there is a zamp in the lamp or a nink in the sink? It's just rhyming. Your child understands to that there's some concept of rhyme. Nink in the sink, zamp in the lamp, or a wasset in the closet, like this. So Mr. Brown can moo, can you? So in this book, this Mr. Brown makes sounds of different things, creatures, and different things. So even you have to repeat it. Like, for example, oh, the wonderful sound Mr. Brown can do. He can sound like a cow. He can go moo, moo. He can sound like a bee. Mr. Brown can buzz. How about you? Can you go buzz? So your child will say buzz. So it develops their language skills. They learn how to make different sounds, fun sounds. He can sound like a cock. Pop, pop. Can you do it? So your child will do it. He can sound like a horse. Clop, clop, clop. Clop, clop, clop. So your child will repeat that. He can sound like a rooster. Likewise, this book is all about sounds. Then there is these two books which I've shown on my Instagram. The Sarvam has started reading few lines of these books. It's not that he can read the entire book as of now. He can read certain words, certain sight words which he has mastered, certain things that he can blend. For example, this is TEN. So he knows EN is N, N. 10. So likewise, he is trying to blend and include sight word reading also. So this is Fox in the Socks. This is 10 apples up on top. It says so this book is about in, on, up, down, under, like these kind of things. This book tries to show the concept of that. The tricks that they do with bricks, blocks, chicks, all these kind of things. Knocks and box, fox and socks, knocks on fox, in socks, in box. So what is in, on, in? So it shows that. Then they have clocks, bricks, blocks, what all tricks they do with that, etc. So this is again a fun, like these Dr. Seuss books are very much fun and your child will fall in love with them. These are the classics that you must have. Like on Amazon also, they have a big bunch of all the Dr. Seuss classic books. You can buy the entire bunch or you can invest in few ones that you would like to try. This book is 10 apples up on top. Again, it has certain words which are very much easy at the beginning to read for your child. So for the beginning readers, this is good. This book is about counting also. So they are using apples over here to keep on their head, and they're doing different tricks over here, these animals. So for counting also, this book is good. I use in my activity class this book. It helps a lot to with the kids who are learning numbers as of now. And then these are the latest investments that I've done. Hop on Pop, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Okay, The Cat in the Hat. Again, these books are basically, I have bought these books for Sarvam to try to read new words, because it shows little simpler words as compared to other books. See, other books have very lengthy stuff and difficult wordings. These books are specially designed for your child to make reading fun. That's why these books are important when a child is trying to read at the initial stage. So I've shared many books in this video and I've described them. I've given a hint of which book focuses on what topic, so that it becomes easy for you all to invest in those books. So there are many topics that even I have not covered while buying books. This is not the perfect list that I've told you all today. Maybe I've missed some books and I'm not invested in some books, but it's okay. Like, I've just shared my book list with you all, that these are the books that I have invested from the age of 18 months till today, which is 4 years. And I'm going to share more videos on how Sarvam is attempting to read, like which YouTube videos we are watching, which books we are specifically reading, how I introduce sight words, and how I'm teaching him sight words daily, like daily new words we are learning. So I'm going to share that, because a lot of requests I've got for sight words. So I'm going to share that in coming future. So the books that I've mentioned in today's video, I'm going to add all these books links. Okay, maybe some that I'm not getting, I'm gonna skip that, but I'm gonna add these links to my Amazon page. I'm gonna make an idea list where this list would be called books, and a lot of books links would be there inside that, so you can directly just buy from Amazon if you wish to. Daily set a time, okay, that okay, we are going to bed now. You have to you can make such baskets ready with certain books that are referring to their age, and you can ask your child, get 2 books and come to bed. Let's read those books. So you read it aloud and full of expression, make it fun, interactive, and interesting for your child, so that next time your child is more interested towards reading the book. So ask questions to them. For example, you're reading a particular page, ask questions that which color do you see here, which shape do you see here, or what is her name, what is this girl's name, boy's name, whoever is that, whoever is there in the story. Make a basket like this, so it becomes easy for your child to just take it and just refer easily that which book is where. Your child doesn't have to go to a cupboard, open the shelf, and find where what is kept. We stay in Bombay, we have lack of space, so we cannot create a whole wall related to books. We have to keep like small baskets, so that we have limited space, so we do it accordingly. You can do it according to your space. But yes, invest in books. Books can really become your child's best friend as day passes. So once you start reading to your child, you will come to know there are a lot of changes that you can see in your child during practical life situations. Also, they try to apply things that they see in book, or they read in book. And this is how you can develop your child's intellectual level by including books in their daily routine. So yes, I'm gonna end this video here. Hope this video was helpful to you guys, because books were such a topic that were asked multiple times in the comments and in DMs to me on Instagram page. So I thought of making this video and helping you guys maybe a little bit also. If I'm able to help, I'm happy for that. So thank you for watching this video. Please drop your views and feedback related to this video in the comment section here, and let me know what I missed about books and what I should include in the next video. Please let me know about that. It would be really helpful to me. Happy reading, guys. Until we meet next time, happy parenting.